Physical health and spirituality is a three-parter for me, in my opinion. I have learned that the mind, body, and spirit are not individually exclusive. All three work in tandem, for better or for worse, truthfully. Trust me. So if I'm off my game in any of those three areas, the other two suffer, and I'm completely out of whack, completely out of balance. As soon as I get back in balance, I immediately notice the difference. No one is perfect, and imbalances are going to happen. It's part of life. But the goal should be to use your physical, mental, and spiritual practices to realign and stay in alignment as much as possible. Working on my spiritual health is pretty much like every other aspect of my life. It's pretty layered. I am a Vidalia onion. Very complex, but also super spiritually poetic. So what it looks like on a daily basis is journaling, meditating daily, affirmations daily, breath work as often as possible, major key. Disconnecting from anything digital for at least an hour and being in silence every day, spending as much time as possible outside, praying twice daily, physical fitness of some kind every day, even if it's something as simple as slow stretching, a little yoga, something like that. Reading, I love to read, so I read for leisure and to learn things. I listen to books as well, because sometimes you are in motion and you don't want to turn the pages, and that's cool. Having daily jam sessions because music is my heartbeat, has been my entire life. Consciously aiming to learn daily from groups, podcasts, conversations, and paying attention while living life. And in no particular order, really. Taking the time to do all of these things at some point in the day and being conscious of loving on myself is important. It's also important to note to lean into your joy. Lean into your joy both when you're at your highest highs or at your most challenging challenges. For me, that's been a lesson that I'm still learning in real time. Sometimes it just seems too difficult, as someone who struggles with bouts of depression. When things get a bit hard, it's harder to lean into what makes you tick. But that's also the challenge, right? That's also the growth. And I can proudly say that I get back to me faster because of doing the work. And that joy for me looks like creating new spoken word pieces, creating new poetry, making motivational videos, or any other content for my page or for the Well-Beings Collective, coming up with new ideas for us all, or coming up with new ideas for other creative endeavors. Just taking the time to be super silly, play games, listen to plenty of music. I know I said that already, but it demands repeating because music is such a palate cleanser for the spirit. But in general, find your happy, find your joy, lean into that, and that will absolutely also be pivotal in your spiritual journey. Whatever makes you tick creatively, and that's different for everyone, will bring you back to you and will keep you at your highest heights when you are already moving forward. It's like a double-edged sword that always works in your favor. So yes, please hold on to joy for dear life. Even when you can't find it, it's always in your back pocket. It's important to note that the work is always hard. It starts off that way and continues to evolve in the same way. It's just a matter of how you handle the difficulty as you progress in your journey. And intention. Intention is 100% paramount in this journey. 50% of the time, the difficulty is a push to dig deeper and further within the work. 50% is, in my opinion, in the ways a person approaches the journey itself. So 50-50 shot, you're going to cruise. The other 50, you're going to crash. Difficulty can be created by getting in your own way, by avoiding digging deeper, or succumbing to life challenges, or from the results of the digging. Just being real. I have both been motivated by digging and temporarily crippled by it. What keeps me digging and constantly trying again when I stumble, because I have and I will again, we all do, is loving on myself by looking back at where I came from and talking with like minded people, and more than talking, intently and consciously listening to those same people to improve my coping mechanisms, or simply watching and listening to things that raise my spirits enough for me to start again. In my opinion, it's more about reminding yourself of all of your whys, and even in defeated moments, remembering them. They'll be the match to restart your fire every time. Knowing if you've made spiritual progress, in my opinion, is up to the individual. And maybe your support team, the people that you confide in, your therapist, whatever the case may be, those are the only people I think. But for me personally, I think you are the biggest gauge, like going back in your journals or however you document your journey and seeing where you came from is paramount in understanding how much progression you've had in your journey. Personally, I know I've made progress when I've learned from something that previously didn't, or I wouldn't allow to resonate with me for plenty of reasons. The biggest one being I'm stubborn in general, which is why I try to learn from everything as often as possible. Even if I'm off track, depressed, or having a hard time in any other way, truthfully, it's always about getting back up again and dusting off your knees. This journey does not end until you transcend, until you physically leave this vessel and progress to the next stage of your journey. So every day is an opportunity to progress in it, if that is your true intention. If you continue learning and choose to continue learning, and most importantly, if you choose to never give up. Accountability is everything. Honesty and truth is everything. Being willing to fall is everything. Being willing to understand that certain people, situations, places, and things may not serve you, and you'll have to distance yourself from them is absolutely everything. And in truth, acceptance is everything. Loving on you is just as hard as beginning the journey of understanding you. But that's also the beauty of it.